I think this is not a bad deal because in the market, for the last 4 years, the average salary has doubled, right? 4 years ago, he earned in real 220,000, and now it should be, if simply it doubles, then 440,000. It's a huge discount compared to the current formula. So I think this is not a bad deal. I'm not sure, that attendance bonus is not necessarily solely based on his performance, but the overall team performance. And there is an uncertainty that the audience will surely come to the stadium, right? So maybe it cannot be achieved. There's also a risk that it can go down again.
What, the performance? But then the problem is, if we don't receive the performance, then if he doesn't perform and he doesn't attract people, then we risk going bankrupt.
Yeah, but the 90% attendance is really challenging.
We used to have 95 when he was in his prime. We're not even putting 95 attendance. We're putting 90% attendance, which is already reasonable. It used to be 95 when he was attending, if I'm correct, which I think. Yeah, it was. The club average attendance used to be over 95%. And so 90% attendance is I think, a very reasonable, and we don't assume that to happen overnight. Okay, why don't we do this? We pay him. So we want to start at 200 because we are taking a player from a lower group that's been injured. So why don't we?
No, our only discussion point is base salary.
Let's agree on this. Let's do because we had halfway through the season review of his base salary. Why don't we pay him a base salary of 220?
220.
And then at the end of the season, if we avoid relegation, he gets another 60,000 cash.
60,000.
So that would take his full annual compensation, and that's excluding the performance. It's 220, which is double, which is what if you would make right now if he was at the same club. So for him, net it doesn't change.
But the gross amount.
But then he would get what a starter in this year, the average starting salary for a player at our club. So he would get that on top of the performance fees, which could be another 200,000.
But your suggestion is the gross amount of 280 doesn't change from the last suggestion. The base salary 200 and the performance 80,000, right? So.
But the problem here, he gets 280 for the whole year, whereas previously he would get 220. 200 for half a year, and if he's successful, he would get another. So you basically make 100,000 for the first year, and what's that? What's half of 280? It's 160. So you get 260 for the year. Now he would get 280,000 for the year. The only difference is we would avoid relegation. So his base salary would be it would help us, because to be honest, if we go bankrupt, we won't be able to pay him the next salary next period anyway. And if we're going to so our interests are perfectly aligned. The only difference is at the moment, for both financial reasons and motivational reasons, with the rest of the team, and he does need the rest of the team if he wants to score.
Mhm.
It's essential for him to have the sport. It would seem unfair to pay him more. Just based, we're more than happy to pay more if he brings in people to the stadium because it's his value and the team will understand that. But just as a base salary coming from a lower tier team with almost doubling his salary straight away is a bit unreasonable.